20,689 ETH times 570. It's almost $12 million in liquidity. So if there's 5 million tokens a day, 50 days of reservation, it's 50 million divided by 50 million. Based on the contributions so far, 23-cent token.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Things are just off the charts. Bitcoin sitting in a parabolic phase, pushing that 2018 high, sitting around 18,622. This is pretty incredible. Was I thinking it was going to jump off the charts like this? No. From the 1334, it is kind of, yeah, it's moving right along. So what do I think about this? You know, I didn't expect it to happen so fast. Do I think there's a pullback? I really don't care either way. Looking over at the stock to flow, you can see this baby is just churning along. Do I still think we have that 100K possibility by end of year? I still do. I do think it is a possibility, and the probability is moving in that direction. A more conservative would be on the 463, puts us at about 26K by the end of the year. So it definitely should be interesting. But the PayPal, Cash App, I mean, all these things, Bitcoin is just becoming more and more available to the average person. Now, looking over at Google Trends, let's see if Bitcoin is waking up yet. It's almost like people are asleep this time, and a lot of it has to do with the fact is Bitcoin was already at 20K, and just the way people are, now it's got to be even greater. It's got to be even higher than last time. Let's do 5 years. So as you can see, we are seeing a nice little uptick. But remember, Google Trends is retail. So retail's not even scratching this yet, which is absolutely amazing. Now, this uptick in interest is almost pumping that all-time little pop-up there, but definitely not parabolic like it was in that 17-18 run before the crypto winter. Which is a great question. Is the crypto winter finally over? I would say yes. Based on what these coins are doing, I would definitely say the crypto winter is over. Are we in a full bull run? Not yet, just because we haven't seen the alt moon, which is, that's a great thing to talk about. And that is the fact of that the alts just haven't ran yet. I know we have some XRP lovers out there, and XRP was popping, made a nice little jump. Now people are like, I told you so. I told you XRP. Well, here's the thing. These people waited 3 years for XRP to not be a stable coin. So do I own XRP? No, I still don't own XRP. So, it is what it is. I just think there's too many coins with XRP, and there's too many foundational whales that for me, it's just, I know it hit the $4 peak back in the day. I just, live and let live. I missed that one. So it was a buy at 2 cents. That's when the mega gains were made, back here when it was super duper cheap. Now, coming over to our favorite little person, and that is Ethereum. Ethereum just having an amazing, amazing week. Now, this weekly close is definitely important, and we'll know how that goes by 8 o'clock tonight Eastern time, because really, You could call this resistance, but I'm not even going to call it resistance. The next stop for Ethereum is 800. So I'm putting a price call out there that will definitely test this 800 range. It will be interesting to see, because keep in mind, on the ratios, I talked about this with Litecoin. You know, Ethereum was at a low on the BTC to ETH ratio. So if ETH just wakes up a little bit, because remember when this was, ETH was 1400 when Bitcoin was 20K. So we got a long ways to go. So it's definitely, the mechanics are definitely different this time. Let's go ahead and give Crypto Bubbles a look and see what's going on over there. So looking over at Crypto Bubbles, we had some boomers. We have Balancer popping up at 1747. If you're over in the Balancer pools, you're making pretty solid gains. I am chilling out over there. I got a little bag in the WBTC WETH pool, and I'm just letting that earn Balancer. Now, on that note of the WBTC WETH pool, I have noticed that my ETH has gone down a little, but I've gained more Bitcoin on WBTC side, which is cool too, because remember, Balancer always trades to USDT, so you have a little less in permanent loss. So overall, that position is doing well. And with Balancer popping up so much this week, 34%, definitely the rewards this week are going to be solid. What else am I seeing? XRP 76%. RSR, I'll tell you what a sleeper. This baby popped up. I owned a shit ton of this too. I owned like 300K a long time ago and I sold it. But this is another one where there's a lot of coins with RSR. So 9 billion circulation. So yeah, it's just a lot. It is what it is. They're trying to build their payment system. And I remember early on they were throwing around that this had something to do with PayPal or something. I don't know, but I really have not looked at it too much. TRX finally, it was up a little bit. There was a big rejection at 3 cents. Now, something to keep in mind with TRX is that I always tell people this: Tron is not going to make you rich, okay? Tron will most likely never moon. So you see these values in 17 or 25 cents. We're not even a bazillionth of a closeness to this. And this was evident when Justin locked up a bajillion coins and Tron still didn't moon. And as you can see, has been performing extremely bad against BTC, which, if your takeaway from Tron is the one thing you learn is, number one, don't want to have all your bags all in Tron, number one. Number two, Tron is great for passive income and dApps because it tends to be, the 150 to 220 sat range. It just kind of oscillates. So Tron is more of a utilitarian token that can be used on passive income. So with other than that, though, expecting Tron to shoot back up to these insane levels of 17, 18. Right now, it's not going to happen very quickly. As you can see, it's not doing that great. It's had a little pump. Literally half a cent on, all that monkey business. Cardano, oh geez, Cardano, 14 cents. So Cardano finally breaking out of that 10, 11 cent range. Now, my experience, every single time I buy this damn Cardano, I get stung. It reverses and then I'm stuck holding a Cardano bag. My biggest problem with Cardano, I'm not trying to be negative today, is the fact that it's just not being used by anybody. It's not being used by anybody. If we go over to, I'm going to demonstrate that. Let's go over to DApp Radar and we'll talk about a little Cardano. So ADA, they don't even have, they're not even on here. Let's see. Are they, I don't even know if they made, any of the DApp review sites, DApp monitors. Let's go over to DApp House. Games, exchanges, gambling, Tron Accelerator winners. Oh, geez, that's always a mess. So actually, let's go over to Radar and see if we can find anything. Oh, Thundercore. You know, that was one I was watching. That one started to moon a little bit, I think. I actually downloaded the wallet a long time ago, the Thunder token. So yeah, it's just not really doing anything. So Waves, Trons. So Cardano, there's no dApps. Nobody's using it. So that's my problem is there's a lot of people that own Cardano, but nobody's really using it for anything. So yeah, but I'll tell you what, I've not seen this much green in the market in a long time. BCH, Myota Ant, AR, XMR up a little bit. Yeah, 125, not bad, not bad. Adam Sushi making its return from the grave, $1.66. Yeah, definitely need to do some follow-up video on Sushi. See what's going on over there. Why it's starting to pop up again. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about today was Wise, okay? And I've had a lot of people asking me, am I going into Wise? Am I going into Axion? Axion had a little moon the other day, but they definitely some sellers taking that liquidity. We had the Pickle Finance hack, if you've been sleeping under a rock. Vault XP was a rug. I'll tell you what, just got to be careful with these. Axion is down, so it might be a buy, but I think I'll wait for this resistance line. If we get back down to 0002, I'll probably initiate a little buy on the bag. Still good liquidity, so nothing to complain about too much there. So let's talk about Wise. Now, people have asked me, am I going into this? And my question is, I'm still thinking about it. My biggest problem with Wise is they're trying so hard to make it fair that it becomes overinflated. Like the example with Encore, they tried to copy Core. Okay, they raised, because everyone knew the game theory, they raised 8,000 ETH, and then all it did was go down. Root has had a similar situation where let's see if it's even on DEX tools anymore. Axion, Core, Keeper, Time, Tree. No, it's not even making it. But anyways, so what I wanted to demonstrate to people is look for the lowest close day on Wise. So we got a 552, a 500, closed, 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 closed. Okay, so we know on the low end, 500 ETH, 5 million tokens. Okay, so let's say ETH's at 570 times 500 ETH. Okay, that gives us $285,000 divided by the 5 mil. That gives it a token price of 0.057. Yeah. Now, if we go over to Axion, look at Axion's price, 0.00029, okay? And then if we look at what Hex is doing, okay? Hex was fighting for that penny position, okay? We saw this massive dump after a big payday, okay? All right, so we got an Axion price of 567. Now let's look for a more diluted day. Find a day where the day is closed. 645, 700, 1,000, 14, 69, 15, 16. 16 might be the highest for closed days. Okay, so let's do the math. 1,600 ETH shoot, 1600 ETH times the 570. I just can't get over that. 900,000, 5 million tokens. 0.18. So we've established price range on Wise token of 5.6 cents to 18 cents. Do you really think, based on the ETH in there, that it's worth 18 cents? Okay, let's look at the highest that Hex ever went was 1.4 cents. Okay, so what can I derive from this? Wise token is overpriced because the launch is too fair. They've hyperinflated the token. Now, and from that standpoint, it has much more room to go down, because there's 20,000 ETH in here. 50. So let's say all the lobbies were closed today. 20,000. Let's do a mega calculation. First, we'll say 20,689 ETH times 570. It's almost $12 million in liquidity. So if there's 5 million tokens a day, 50 days of reservation, it's 50 million divided by 50 million. Based on the contributions so far, 23-cent token. I just think that's overpriced. I mean, comparing it to Hex, this would be economics on a scale 20x of Hex. Okay, so what made people rich with Hex was the fact that it started so low, and then just getting to a penny basically minted millionaires. So the fact that Wise token is starting at 23 cents, yeah, that's expensive. It's really expensive. And based on the model, I just don't know if that price can hold. Now, people will be staking their tokens, but then there'll be people trading too. So it's tough to say. But that's my thoughts on Wise, and that is, it's almost too fair of a launch. I think it's a great project so far. The dev has had a lot of good information, and there's been no holes in the contract or anything. But so yeah, it's been pretty solid. On a second note, I was going to announce I've got a new special t-shirt that's in the design shop, and that's going to be my Bitcoin New Beginning shirt. Should be available sometime next week. But the premise of it is the sun is rising over the mountains, and it's Bitcoin. It's a new beginning. So that t-shirt will be available in my Teespring store. So check it out. And grab some gear if you'd like it. So that is today's news. Let's keep watching Ethereum, see how that close goes tonight. I think, like I said, I think we're headed for that 800 easy, no problem. Will be our next big test for ETH. And Bitcoin, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And on a side note, I want to say congratulations to all the hodlers that hodled through the crypto winter of if you got into this on the last run when it started in 2017. It's been a very, very long 3 years. 3 years, baby. 3 years we waited for this. So, but other than that, like, subscribe. As always, this is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.